Yeah, well, obviously just left the locker room. Really happy for those guys. They've fought, they've scratched, they've clawed, and I thought it was a great team win. Not perfect. I could find all the things that we didn't do well, but hey, that might be the good news that we found a way to win on the road, despite things not being perfect. And I don't ever want to see after a win, you don't want to single too many guys out, but just really appreciate and proud of the effort of guys that stepped up with Christian and Russell and KK being down. I thought we found a lot of production in those areas from a lot of guys. So excited for our team, excited to get back to Charlotte. And with that, I'll see what you guys have.
All right, let's go to David Newton to start and then Phil Orban.
Yeah, Matt, congratulations. We talked all week about getting pressure. You guys got that pressure early, even though you didn't capitalize on it for touchdowns. So what was the difference?
I think a lot of things that happened last week were because Brady just gets the ball out so quickly. I thought we saw a great quarterback in Justin Herbert. We hit him. He left the game. He came right back. And I thought, but I thought, we were able to get on edges. Our guys took the challenge seriously. And we're just, like I said to you guys, we're getting better. It's week 3 of figuring out exactly who we are and how we do things. And so, I thought guys took that to heart. We ran some more pressures, we're putting a little bit more in each week, and we were able to get there with some pressures. And so, it wasn't perfect, but I thought the pressure allowed us to be in the game.
Matt, you didn't really get to enjoy it because it went down to the wire there, but your emotions as the final seconds ticked off there, and you mentioned getting better, but to have that payoff for a win for your guys, what did that mean to you?
I felt relief. And, when those games come down to the wire, it's like relief. It's like, all right, we did it. But I'm just so happy for the guys. For some of these guys, it's been 10 straight losses. You know what I mean? I don't really carry that around. For me, it's been 2, and I see where we're headed. But, when you're a young guy and that's all you hear, it can start to weigh on you. And so I thought today was the best example we've had of playing as a team. Guys having each other's back, guys picking each other up. And, I was proud, but I was really excited for those guys. They played hard, and at the end they found a way to make it happen. It wasn't some magical call. It was an ugly win, but it was a win nonetheless.
Go to Joe Person and then Miles Simmons.
Sorry. Hey, Matt. Wondered what you thought. How big was the J.J. Jansen play? And then did you get a good look? The replay looked like that hook and lateral was pretty well set up. He talked about relief. Your thoughts on those 2 plays?
Yeah, I saw that play coming. I could see, you could see the receiver coming underneath. It looked like they had a chance to score there. Now we did have a guy folding over the top, so you're hoping that he makes the tackle as time expires. But, I thought it was – and then what a great effort by Derek Brown. Here's a 330-pound guy running down the field and gets the ball. And, great effort by JJ. We were in field goal range. We called a 3-step pass thinking it's going to be caught for the first down, game over or incomplete. The last thing we can do is take a sack there. And that was a crucial mistake on our end. We're going to kick a field goal and go up by 8. And so – but the consolation of that was that the ball was down to the 1. So, we won the game. We're still making the mistakes that can sometimes cause you to lose. And so there's some things to be corrected, but, I think, on their end, they have to feel really good about the quarterback that they have. That's a good football team, and they made some plays when they had to.
Hey, Matt, defense came up with a bunch of turnovers today. Just how big was that? And then you're also able to play clean on the offense and not have them. So you finish up by a bunch in the turnover margin.
Yeah. When you win the turnover battle by as much as we did, you probably usually win this game even more. So for a day where we were 1 for 6 in the red zone, and I think I said that this week. I said, hey, the game's going to come down to our ability in the red zone. They're a bend but don't break. We did not execute at the level we want. And really, what doesn't come out on the stat sheet as a turnover, but the field goal where they hit our snapper. And, convention says, hey, don't take points off the board. But I just felt like we were going to have to score touchdowns in the red zone. What a great play by Mike Davis on that screen. But yeah, just a great job defensively, even getting the points at the end of the half. Kicked the field goal going into the halftime. Great job by Dante. Last week Dante picks a pass off. He runs out of bounds. This week he runs all the way down there. And so proud that they made the plays that we had to make.
We only have time for 2 more, so let's go to Elena, and then we'll finish with Steve Reed.
Matt, I was curious with Russell out. What was the plan at left tackle? Saw both Trent and Greg in there. Were you kind of just rotating, or what was the plan going in there?
Yeah, we hoped and thought that Russell was going to have a chance to go. Like when we said he's questionable, like he came out this morning, and tried to do warm-ups and just felt like he couldn't do it. So, Greg's been playing, Trent's been playing. And so our thought was, let's get them both in there. What a great opportunity for those guys to get some experience. And we didn't want either one of them to kind of be run down, so played them both. And I thought they did a nice job early on. There were a couple like little things that, got some pressure. And after that, we kind of settled down at that position. And, until that last sack, I think we only had one early on. So I was pleased with our protection. And we still have to improve in the run game, but pleased with those two guys stepping up.
Hey, Matt, Steve Reed, two-part question here. First of all, what were you guys able to do for the most part to contain Herbert? And secondly, just wonder if you could talk about your running game without Christian.
Well, I thought Mike and Reggie and those guys stepped up. They found, this is a good defense. This is a great defensive line that we knew we were coming in against. And they made it hard to run the ball. But we did have some key runs at key times. Reggie had that long one. Mike had a long one. So I thought when we needed to, we found the runs that, that were good for us. But, we knew that was going to be tough sledding. I thought Mike and those guys did a great job. And then the first part of your question, I'm sorry. Oh, and then, I don't know if we contained Herbert. I thought we got some turnovers. He's so athletic. He gets outside the pocket, and then he's willing time and time again to kind of check the ball down. And I don't know if our tackling was as great as, we maybe need it to be. So we'll head into next week knowing that we got to get better at some things. But, the biggest thing was, at a time when our guys could have started to, crack and splinter, this was a beautiful thing to see them come together. And, I played high school football. My dad was a high school football coach. I played in college. I coached in college. I've been an assistant. It's, you think it's different. Seeing those guys in the locker room celebrate just now was something great to see because they came together. So I'm proud of them, and I'll try to do it again next week.